Megan Tilley here with AM Soaps, and today we're making a root beer soap. My fragrance is called Root Beer Float from Candor Soap, and I also have a little bit of cherry that I'm adding to the uncolored portion. I have this batter here, just a touch of cherry, and then I have this batter, no color, and it's white. And this batter will have the fragrance added. And this is going to go very dark. This fragrance has a lot of vanilla in it. So I'm going to put on my safety glasses. And then we'll add the lye to the oils. And stick blend it up. Today's design is the Clyde slide. I'm going to use this bowl, and I'm going to alternate the three different batters, the one with titanium dioxide, the batter with no color, and the batter with fragrance. And I have far more batter with the root beer fragrance than I do the other two, so I'm going to be more generous when I pour that one. Pour like that. Pour in the batter, and pour in the white, and I'm going to just keep alternating this and then pour this bowl into my mold. So today was a little bit of an odd day. I had, so something that started around Christmas. I had a message on Etsy from someone who's very kind. You know, this is nothing meant against that person. It's just a misunderstanding, I guess, but very kindly said, would you mind sending me some samples? I just want to see what your soaps are like. And if it wasn't that season of Christmas, I probably would have said, no, unfortunately, I probably would have said if you pay the shipping, yeah. But the shipping is so expensive across this country that we just can't do that. A bit over 10 for me to send her some samples in a little bubble wrap envelopes that they provide at the, and then remember I bought the envelope, so yeah, we're looking at $12. It was Christmas, and I was headed out to the post office anyway, so I thought, well, why not? Maybe this will lead to sales, and I'll do this and this, some samples this way. Anyway, this week I got an email from the same person. So the first message was on Etsy. So I thought this person was on Etsy. And then the next message was on an email to my Hotmail. Oh, no, it was to my website, which comes to my Hotmail. Uh-oh, my soap's thickening up here. So I just I said, I need to make sales on Etsy, not here, because that's how I keep track of inventory. So I'd appreciate if you went and ordered on Etsy. And they said, well, I'm not on Etsy and I don't want to join Etsy. So okay, so we worked it out, and I thought, okay, well, I invoiced them their order and gave them a deal. My special is if you buy 5 soaps, you get the 6th one free. So I gave this person that special and put in my estimate on shipping. In Canada, shipping is so expensive. They've added this thing in Canada called the carbon surcharge or something. I don't know, it's stupid. Canada started this stupid carbon tax thing, and all that happens is everyone passes it on to the next person. Like my monthly bill, I pay $22 for carbon levy, I think it's called. It's stupid. Anyway, I digress. I am going off topic, but yeah, shipping's expensive and it's unpredictable because they charge you that charge and then they charge you tax on, they add that charge to the total and then they tax you again. So you taxed me once this carbon levy or whatever, and then you're going to tax me another time on the sales tax. Like if the sales tax were on my total and then you added the carbon levy, that would make more sense. They're double dipping. So I sent this person their invoice, and they sent me back a message saying, no, I thought I would get a deal because I'm ordering so much. and gave me this $1 amount that's what they wanted. And I calculated it, and I was like, oh goodness, I'm barely making any money. And I charged them the same shipping and sent back another invoice and said, okay, here. I kind of counter-offered with another deal, but still. Now I'm going to pour straight into this mold. Anyway, they came back right away and said, oh no, what a misunderstanding. I'm not paying shipping. So I went back to them and said, okay, fine, this isn't working. Here is a soaper in your area. Just go buy soap from them. This is someone who I've actually bought soap from, and I know their soap is lovely. And recommended them. Said, here, go shopping. Leave me alone now. Sorry this didn't work out. Thank you, and I appreciate you. No, I'm not going to be ungrateful for people's interest in my soap. But it was discouraging. And it wasn't, maybe it was really fast. It was maybe 5 minutes later, when I make an Etsy sale, my phone makes a cash register sound. I am not sure about this. I'm going to give it a little bit of a, this looks a bit too stripey, not swirly. I want this to really remind you of a root beer float. Like you got cream going on in here. So I have lots of batter left over. That's because I'm making another 2 pounds. I'm making a bit more because last year I sold out of this. So I'm going to make sure I have enough this year. You know who liked this soap was teenage boys and young adult men liked the root beer soap. It wasn't 5 minutes after that whole, it was discouraging. This, you know, someone thinking I'm going to give them soap for almost nothing plus pay the shipping. It made me think that the general public just has no clue how much it costs to make soap. So 5 minutes after being so discouraged, my phone did the cash register sound. I was just sitting there going, oh. I was sitting around feeling really unappreciated and kind of down. And that's not the first time this has happened to me. My phone did that ching ching. I'm just mixing it in the bowl here. It was a good order. I'm so thankful. Thank you, people who believe in me and are ordering. Thank you so much. I felt a bit better after that. I was like, okay, no, just keep believing in myself. Don't stop believing in myself. And then, just a few minutes after that, I got another cash register. Ching ching. Like, no way. This is not a coincidence. A day that I need encouragement, I'm getting some encouragement from total strangers ordering soap on Etsy. And I don't get many Etsy orders. So this is just a half. This is my 4-pound mold. And I've turned it into a 2-pound mold by putting in a bit of cardboard here. I just folded in the cardboard and put in my liner. So there was one day. If you've seen other videos, you'll know this. If you haven't seen many videos, you don't know that our house burnt down. And that happened in the Fort McMurray fire. And it is still not built. So in this May, it's going to be 2 years since that. And we had trouble with insurance. We had a lot of stress and problems with this. There was one day I just prayed. I'm going over the budget and it doesn't work, and I was frustrated. And so I said, God, I can't do this. I'm going to need your help. And then right after that, my phone went ching ching. And there's an order from a perfect stranger. So there you go. Thank you. Thank you for believing in me. And so far, we've gotten through, and we will get through. It is about, they say it will be ready finally next January. Our place will be built. Hopefully, and then we can get it on the market and sell it. Okay, I have a little bit more batter to top up this one. So that is my day. Every day when you think about it, something kind of interesting happens to you. And today that was my interesting thing. Now you can't really see what I'm doing. I'm just emptying this bowl And my hearts are also related to that fire, because during the fire they had this logo, and the logo was a support logo. It said either Fort McMurray Strong or Alberta Strong, and there are various versions of it. And they had a heart where the city is, and the city is in the top right-hand corner of the province. So I looked at it and thought, hey, it kind of reminds me of a bar of soap. And since then, I started putting hearts in the top right-hand corner of my soaps. Kind of in remembrance of that fire and that logo, and the idea that things can go on and get better, and people can stick together like that and get through things. All right, so this is my batter. 4 pounds, 2 pounds, and then in about half an hour, I'm going to pipe on the topping and then put on the spheres, which I kind of meant to remind you of cherries. An extra heart I'm going to put in here. When I do this, I push it down a bit lower than the others. There we go. Right, so I'll see you back here in about half an hour.